Sophie and Rob look very different in terms of their appearance, brightly coloured braided hair, piercings on the face, etc. What you would typically call sort of a goth. Matthew Williams, Professor of Criminology at Cardiff University. For the most part, goth culture they're pacifists mostly. So ultimately, there was no intent on engaging in any physical violence on their part. Take away that goth identity, would the violence have happened? Would it have been as extreme? And in our estimation, if you removed that goth identity, there may have been shared bad words, for example, but would there have been the violence that we saw that night? And in our estimation, we don't think there would have been, which then leads us to the conclusion that it certainly was a hate crime. Sophie and Rob exhibited what we might call threats. And in this case, they were a threat to territory to those boys in that skate park that night. They essentially come onto that skate park and violated their turf. What's very characteristic about hate crime perpetration is that very often it occurs in groups. And what happens in group mentality is what they call a divestment of responsibility. So you're freed up, in a sense, to embark on activities, deviant behaviors like violence. The boys responsible for the attack and murder identified both Rob and Sophie as a threat on multiple levels. Why I think it's a hate crime, we've got a demonstration of hostility towards their goth identity, which in a court of law is very powerful.